the optics of seeing a Nigerian restaurant on Oxford Street is something that needs to be applauded. Because a Nigerian restaurant on Oxford Street is a big deal, because to be on Oxford Street, you're probably paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
To have the confidence to say, I'm going to set up a Nigerian restaurant because I believe that not just the Nigerians, but the black people in the UK are going to support my establishment.
So this is where, like, you know, in a lot of things, this is going to be a bit controversial, but it is what it is.
We're having a conversation. This is what a conversation is about.
Nigerians are forward-thinking.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to convince me on that one. I'll let you get back to it, but one of the biggest things I've said about Black Germans is Black Germany, unfortunately for Black Germany, and I might be wrong, but unfortunately for Black Germany, the Black people who are dominant here is Ghanaians, and we're backwards. Ghanaians are like Germans. We don't think forward.
At all.
Say what you were going to say.
And it's evident in so many areas, so many industries, how what they've achieved. And you ask yourself, why can't we do the same?
Yeah.
How is a Nigerian opening a restaurant on Oxford Street? That is audacious.
The audacity, bro. Like, that is...
A Ghanaian would never
do it.
Never, no.
Look at Gold Coast in the UK, the Ghanaian restaurant. Yeah. One of my favorite restaurants. Yeah. But it's been in Croydon for as long as I can remember. Like, he tried to bring it to Brixton and it didn't really work out. But that was a different time. I think they need to do more, like...
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't dare.
He's comfortable where it is.
Yeah, of course. Ghanaians love to be in the comfort zone.
Ghanaians are comfortable.
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. And bro, when we speak about Afro beats, when we speak about I know that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Like when we tell me, just list them.
It breaks my heart.
They're doing well in every industry.
Because I think people might disagree, but I think Ghanaians are a very huge part of the sound that Afrobeats is now.
100%.
But because we're not forward thinking and because we don't put our money into things.
Ghanaians have good music.
Yeah.
Our music is
but it doesn't get anywhere because we don't and I think
we don't put enough into marketing. We don't put enough into like production. Like, you know, we just like to do things like in a rush and anyhow. Whereas they love to do their things professionally. I mean, they like to cross the T's, dot the I's. You know, everything has to be on point with Nigerians. And even in church, in the ministry-wise, they're doing a lot better than Ghanaians.
Is that in Germany as well, or?
Okay, so as we even said before, I don't even know of. I don't think I even know of one Nigerian church here. That's because of the cliques. Exactly. I don't know of any Nigerian church, but there's definitely a Nigerian church here. There are many churches here, but I don't know of any. Look at how many years I've been here, and I don't know because of you know.
Yeah. I think it's a sad thing to see that we don't really get. When I say we, I mean Black Germans. I kind of put myself in there for some reason.
Yeah.
Black Germans don't really get out of their bubble to try out other things. And even, for example, with I understand there's some Ghanaian restaurants in Hamburg. Now you've been here longer than I have. There was a time when I was looking to buy Kenkey. Bro, if I say to you that I struggle to find Kenkey to buy, I'm not talking about the Kenkey in the Afro shop without the pepper and no fish.
No, you're
not that I want like Kenkey. I'm paying money for bro, to eat. I struggle. I didn't find anywhere. And for a community, Hamburg, where it's filled with Ghanaians, the home of Daddy Lumba, to not have Kenkey and fish and pepper, I was like, nah, this is terrible.
It's crazy.
So I don't know about other nations, but obviously you're Ghanaian. But in your experience, do you think there's other nations have the same issues that we have in terms of finding restaurants that serve
other nations in Germany?
In Germany. In Hamburg, but maybe Berlin and stuff might be different, but I don't know.
I don't think other nations are finding like they have the same problem. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because as you said, the number of Ghanaians in Hamburg alone, and to not be able to find Kenkey, it's mind blowing. It's madness. Yeah. So I think it's a problem with us Ghanaians, us blacks.
You think it's a Ghanaian thing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. The reason why I keep on saying Ghanaians, obviously I am Ghanaian, and number two, as I said, earlier you said we're not the majority in this country.
No, we aren't.
So what
Which
country?
is crazy. I can't remember what it is. I don't want to Google it, but I checked it and it wasn't Ghana, and I was like, what?
There's a lot of and the crazy thing is, Ghanaians have been coming to Germany for a long time.
A long time. Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
And I think, unfortunately, again, for black Germans, if it was Jamaicans that came here first, we wouldn't have this.
Ugh. The number of jerk chicken
shops that would be open, we wouldn't have all of this. I don't think this problem will exist. Because for UK, lucky enough, it was Jamaicans and Caribbeans that got there first. Yeah. And they fought for everything. We just went in there and kind of plugged in and did our little part.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's another part of the whole dynamics in terms of black Germany and where they are.
So, but another thing, is, the school system in Germany is a lot different. It's different in terms of, from primary school, you were already told by teachers that this is where you fit in.
No, as a black person or in general?
No, in general.
Oh.
But this tends to happen to a lot of black people. Like, as long as I can remember, this you're good enough for this. Already in primary school, they can already determine that you're not going to go to university. Do you get what I'm saying?
What is that based on?
That is based on, I would say, as black children or black kids in Germany, there wasn't enough done to help us. There wasn't a lot done to understand us. No, we're not dumb. Not at all. We're not dumb. Do you know what I'm saying? But this, it was an everyday thing. A lot of black people were just being pushed to that. After this and this many years, go and work. You can't go to university because
there's no point.
There's no point. That's what they'll tell you, and you can't do anything about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it still the same thing, or now is it?
So I'm not really sure with how the system works now, but back in the day, this is what was happening. That's why you wouldn't see a lot of black people in certain industries in this country. No, it's scarce because from like young, they've already told you now you're not good enough for this. So I think that mentality, that also filled this this boxed thinking that we have, this mindset of not being able to achieve this, achieve that, because no one is doing it, because this has been instilled in us from young.
This is how it should be.
This is how it should be.
You better not
deviate. This is the reason why I ended up in the UK, or me and my brother ended up in the UK. Like it was never part of our plans to be in the UK. One day my dad just got up and said, "You're going to UK now." Now. I'm telling you now, bro, on the spot. It was a Sunday. He came back from church and then he was on the phone to his relative in the UK. And as soon as he hung up with the phone, "You're going to the UK now. Pack a bag. And we packed and we went that night.
Wow.
On a bus, Flix bus. we drove to Germany to the UK.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how we ended up there. It's because of like school, the systems in school and what they do. It's marginal. Like it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. So
I think Germany feels like a little bit of an industrial complex, and I get that from speaking to people. It's like you're brought up to understand that you're going into the 9-to-5 work system to pay taxes, to prop up the economy and the social security, and all of those things. Yeah. That's how Germany feels to me.
Yeah. So you wouldn't even think of let me set up a business. Let me try and do this. Let me try and branch out.
Yeah. Because people look at you weird.
Yeah.
Like for example, the podcast studio. I rent out my podcast studio. Every time someone comes here, like let's say someone from another race comes here to shoot a podcast, and I open the door and they see me as a black man, there's always this look. You know that look where it's kind of like, oh, I didn't expect you to be, you know, I didn't expect you. And once I go downstairs with them, the conversations they have with me in regards to how I started, you can tell that they are surprised at how confident I can be to decide that I'm going to start a podcast studio and I want to rent it out. Do you know? So I think maybe it's built in. Whereby in the UK, if you start that, people be like, oh, man, that's a good idea, man.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? That's
exactly.
it. But here, it feels like people are always shocked to hear that, you know. And I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day. He born in Germany, black guy. And I said to him, this is part of my Britishness. You know, British people, we're just very overconfident. I said to him that if my daughters grew up and had to apply for jobs, for me as a father, I think I failed.
Wow.
And he looked at me like, what?
Wow.
I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
I don't want none of my daughters to apply for any jobs from anyone.
Wow.
How I'm going to achieve that, I'm working on it, but that's, for me as a father, that's my goal.
And, I mean, that is amazing, number one. Number two, like, obviously if you're from the UK, I don't expect this to come from someone in Germany.
They looked at me very weird. Like,
do you get what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
And
how is that even possible?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
For you to be able to put that target and that goal in front of you and be like, I want to achieve that, that is mind-blowing. Like, and you don't want...
So I think it's there's a lot of kind of mind building that goes on here.
100%. 100%.
If we go back to your ministry, for me, I think that the youth, the younger people are going to be like the next step in which Black Germany can go. The younger people also, from what I see, they have this opportunity to mix more with other races and there's more interracial cliques and their friends kind of like they're getting more connected to other races. What part do you think the church should play in molding them to uplift themselves and, you know, other Black people and kind of push the Black congregation and the Black community forward?
Hold English services, number one. We need to step away from the tree and then, you know, the languages from home. We need to move past that. We need to be able to like create a space for other people, other cultures, to be able to participate. That's number one. Because we, as we said earlier, we like to stick to what we know. We like to stick to what we know. There was one time I came across this artist, a singer, and I was amazed at her, like how good she was and the type of music she was putting out. And I never knew this person was in this country.
What's her name?
Deborah. Her name's Deborah. I think it's Deborah. She's Congolese. But obviously, I'll never find out because I only know of Ghanaians doing this. I don't know of Congolese. But if we were more, you know, in tune with other cultures, there'll be, you know, there's a lot of talents in other, you know, ethnic groups as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think the church just needs to do more to break that barrier, that country barrier. I think they need to do more to break that because, as I said, it's the older generation that have, you know, set that standard. But it's now our time.
It's like, even for me as somebody, like I said, I'm not the super religious person, but I would love to see ministers such as yourself in Germany kind of pick up that baton and say, okay, we're going to try and make everything exclusive. I would love to be a part of that in any way that I can possibly help. So I think that would definitely be something that, you know, you guys can start thinking about.
100%. 100%. I mean, we're trying our best. You know, we're trying our best to do that. We don't want to, you know, marginalize the. No. We're trying to branch out, break out. Like, let's get everyone involved. Let's get the Germans involved. You know, not just the black community, but you know, everyone. So yeah, I mean, there's this other church as well. I don't know how long they've been there for, but I've seen that there's, you know, a lot of cultures, a lot of people from, or black people from different countries going there, and like it's amazing, you know, what they're doing, and it's like a new thing. It never used to be that way. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just believe the thing that we need to, the older generation needs to hand the reins to the younger
You're not going to.
So that's where the problem is.
Going to. The reason why I wanted to speak to you was I know that the black church is a huge part of any black community in terms of shaping the minds of the people and stuff like that. Yeah. So I was hoping that maybe if I get someone like you, and you can obviously speak to your circle of friends, and you can in your church kind of start to bring up these ideas that, you know, we're trying to bring everybody together and trying to develop everyone and push the culture forward. You were telling me about an event that you have. Do you want to elaborate on that?
So we have an event that's coming up on the 5th and 6th of July. It's like a 2-day conference. It's called the Convergence. So it's the convergence of His power and His glory, talking about God. And the theme is the divine alignment. So we expect people to come and find their purpose, find their path, you know, what they're meant to do in life. You know, we want to inspire people to be the best version of themselves that God has ordained for them to be. So, you know, that's what the conference is really about, to bring people in alignment with their purpose and the will of God in their lives. So yeah, that's what the conference is about.
I will put a link in the description for people to be able to access that, so we can kind of help you push that forward.
Definitely.
But yeah, Darius, I appreciate you coming, man. It's been good talking to you.
Thanks for having me.
Let's keep the conversation going in every circle that we have.
100%.
And like you said, all of this is ministry, right?
Yes, definitely. Yes. This is definitely a means of ministry. I mean, you're reaching a lot of people, and I mean, it's something positive that is helping the community, especially the black community. So, I mean, well done, bro. You're doing amazing.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks,
I'm honored.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.